I've been wanting and meaning to get around with sharing the story about red lines. And I'm working in East Cleveland, and East Cleveland is Cleveland times 100. Um, and with working with the kids there and attempting to get them to utilize their imagination, it has really been startling almost of how disconnected our youth is from their imagination, from trusting their own intuition, trusting their thoughts, and how things with technology and AI and having something that can like automatically generate these things for you, it's getting them to kind of disconnect from like that inherent gift, their inherent ashe. And so Ashe Theater Project is the company that I have that serves as a vehicle to go into the schools, go into the community, and revitalize our imagination, restore our connections amongst community. Now, the thing with red lines, so these neighborhoods that are redlined, they they all have the same types of issues. There's the same evidence of some type of system to oppress. And for me, I always look at things from a sense of magic and mythology and folklore. And there is a tribe in Guinea-Bissau. The tribe in Guinea-Bissau is Orongo. I believe I'm pronouncing it right, and they are a matriarchal society. So they lead everything from the women. The women decides the economy. The women decides who they marry. The women rule. And so there are rites of passages that everybody is supposed to go through, men and women. And men have more than women that they're supposed to go through. And if a woman dies before she does all her initiations, her spirit is fine in the afterworld because she already has something in her anatomy that connects her to the divine. That's how she's able to birth and create life, and that's her choice. Men, if they do not have certain rites of passages when they pass, their soul, their spirit um didn't get that sense of belonging in the living life. So in the spiritual world, it becomes this I don't like calling it evil. I don't like calling it vicious, but it can begin to have actions like that. It starts shifting and changing, and it wants to attach itself to a woman so that it can be rebirthed. And hopefully, the woman, through raising that spirit through her children, is like, will I get that initiation now? And with us being so far removed from a lot of our cultures and our rites of passages, and seeing the evidence of that in red line communities, especially of like all these things, the violence, the crime, the abandonment, the mother wounds, the father wounds, how all of this stuff really ties to something that's like on this spiritual level, because we're not really against flesh and blood. It's always more to it, and the powers that be understands it. And I feel like there has been a attack for years and years and years. Of course, for centuries it's always been attack on religion, on beliefs, on sacred practices, especially for anybody that is of color, and especially us black folks. And black folks in America are extremely disconnected from their roots and the things, but we remember it in our bodies, we remember it in our spirits, and it comes out in so many ways. And that's been like the anthropology work. um I have been doing the excavation of what is the culture in my community, what are the pillars in the community that keeps us strong, that keeps us going, that holds on to our power. We always talk about generational trauma. Now it's a thing of like, what is the generational imagination? What is the generational creativity? What is the generational gifts that we have and that we have as a collective? And that is ignited when we move as a collective, when we do things as a collective, because every culture, when you look at them too, they have song and dance and movement and circles and gatherings that are all tied to something that is uplifting, not only us in the physical sense, but also in the spiritual sense. So today I am starting residency at Shaw High School. So I'm going to be working with high school students. I've been working with middle school and elementary students for the last 3 years, but I've done high school in the past. It's been a minute. And I'm excited for it. I'm hoping to be able to go deeper in some of the literary texts that I use to try to help ignite and inspire, because they also don't read books and they don't have a lot of stories that they know. And so there's just this void in the imagination. And it's been encouraging me to make sure that I'm holding on to my imagination, that I'm encouraging my children to do the same, my little cousins, my whoever is around me. That is what I know my purpose is to ignite that spark within other people. And it has been my guide. So I hope you daydream today. I hope you imagine today. I hope you remember that there are gifts inside of you that in this day and age, in this time, as the world is burning, as things are transforming, as we are realizing things of what we need to hold on to and what we need to release, I hope that you do have a time to daydream and to imagine futures that excites you and that ignites you, and knowing that it is all possible. Um, and I feel like now more than ever, and I feel the call of stepping out more and being more bold about that, um, because we are in such a technical world now that it is crucial for us to hold on to those gifts that keeps us in touch with our humanity and our divinity. All right. Love y'all. Love you, family.